I wanted to be a firefighter. I told my parents that. However, they didn't want that for me. They pressured me into something else. Very typical Filipino profession, which is nursing. Yeah,
I
they.
went to the doctor yesterday and my nurse was Filipino, yes. If the hospital doesn't have Filipino nurses, like I don't want to go there. Like I think the last thing I want to see before I die,
Is a
if I'm in hospice, yes, is a Filipino nurse.
is a Filipino nurse.
What's your lore?
So after nursing, I started opening my path to, like so many different ventures, like how to teach Muay Thai to people. And I never thought myself as a teacher for anything. So, I decided to just take a leap of faith, try it out. I remember the first 2 months, dude, the number of students I had was so low. It was like kind of discouraging. But the number one thing that kept me going was as a memory in the past. It's kind of like very personal. So like my first brother in the Philippines, he enjoyed school, but he was only able to do it for like maybe a couple weeks to a month, because then he developed cancer and he had to get treatment for it. And a year after the treatment, sadly he passed. But I always wish that it was me that could teach him something, because he enjoyed school. I saw that he enjoyed school. I just wanted to spend more time with him, which is what I couldn't get. So, but I can honor my love for him by giving it to others around me. And then that was the thing, that memory that I needed to just keep on like pushing the Muay Thai training, coaching. And eventually from there, my number of students I had went from like 2 to 5, 5 to 10, 10, 15. I think the highest average I've ever gone was like 30 something. This is like a couple of years ago. And it was it was a problem, but it was a good problem. The problem was the room couldn't sustain the number of students I had. So I started like putting some students outside of the other rooms, taking over the other classes a little bit. But the owner knew, like I was performing really well, to the point where I could even contain the number of students I had in one room.
Suffering from success. How old are you?
I'm 35.
You look young.
Thanks, man.
Dude, I thought you were like 25, 26.
No, man.
35, dude?
Yeah.
You're using that retinol for sure. Like,
What is that?
Like skincare.
Dude, I just shower.
I was going to say, like, what?
I really think it's my, I have my parents to thank for that, man.
You got some
I
good
think
genes,
these are,
man.
huh?
You got some good genes, bro.
Thanks.
What advice would you have as a 35-year-old?
To someone in their 20s
Just in
or
general.
like 60s?
Just in general. To yourself, to people. Just like, what's advice that you live by?
Okay. I would say be less closed-minded, be open-minded a little bit more, read a little bit more books, experiences from like other people, so that way you can really open your mind to the world a little bit more. Because if you just like remain fixated on the things that you know, you're only knowing like a portion of what's happening in the world right now. And I remember growing up, I thought I was smart, this and that, like I achieved this kind of grade in school, so I'm good and smart and I know all these things. But nursing really humbled me, man. Like when I was in there, dude, like having all these like older nurses like beat on you, like bully you, like it seems so unusual, because like nursing is like healthcare. It's supposed to be like, I think of it as like supposed to be a comforting place. So I'm like, you know what? I need a better way to defend myself against them. And one of the ways I got into was like reading books. I got into it when I was like, smoking a lot of weed and stuff. It really opened up my eyes to it. I'm like, you know what?
What book was this that you read high?
I think the very first book that I read, like I purchased, like actively, like went to the store to like just read something, is like some mind manipulation book. I can't remember the exact title, but it didn't really teach me like skills on like how I control you and stuff. But like it was more so like understanding how people's body language is like a reflection of what's going on inside their head. And like once you see a certain body language, you can basically like get an understanding what the person is going through. And then like, I don't know, with that data, you can possibly manipulate certain situations to work in your favor, whatever that favor is. So like that was one. And then it's called The Wealthy Barber. So like that book really like opened my eyes a little bit more, especially when it comes to like, taking care of my future and stuff. So like one of the things I learned from there is like, oh, with your paycheck, break into little pieces. Have some piece in like your bills, put some into like investing, and then whatever is left, yeah, that's for you to enjoy. So I started segmenting my paychecks into like that method, but it also opened up my mind towards entrepreneurship, because now I wanted to open multiple different venues for myself when it comes to making income, and not just chasing the money all the time, like exchanging my time and energy to like achieve some sort of pay. I wanted a form of like money making strategy where money chases me. And with the way things are going right now, especially with like social media, is rewiring our head to like be so impatient. Like these shorts, Instagram reels, all of that stuff. Like it's reconditioning our mind to want instant gratification a little bit more and more. But like meditation, doing books, reading books, man, not doing books.
You meditate?
Once in a while, yeah.
What do you like? How do you meditate? You just like close your eyes and breathe and stuff?
Yeah. Focus on my breathing. Yeah.
I thought you would have taken like a Buddhist approach or something like that.
What is the Buddhist approach?
I don't even know. I thought you would have known. Because like you're participating in Ramadan, but you're not Muslim, so I thought like you take from everything, right? And like find like a good combination that's true to you. The middle
My
way.
meditation experience throughout the years has been like, I found the best way for me to just really like concentrate and like not thinking is just to focus on my breathing. Ever heard of Wim Hof?
No.
Oh, so his nickname is the Iceman. This guy can basically
Drake?
like, no, not a Drake, but this guy's crazy. Because look, you put him out in the cold, like let's say -30. He can go to Himalayas and stuff, and be like shirtless. He'll be fine. Like they actually checked his blood pressure, his vitals is within normal range. Like it doesn't phase him as much, because of like the breathing work that he does. Like he actually changes his like physiology, this and that, and he's been teaching other people on how to achieve that state. And I remember back in 2020 I started doing his like 10-minute breathing exercises, and there's some parts in there where you try to get as much oxygen as you can to get oxygen high, and then you hold it for as long as you can. I started getting all these like tingling sensations and stuff, but like after the whole 10 minutes, my mind feels so refreshed to the point where like, damn, I felt like he got a shower or something. No, seriously, it's so sick. You should give it a shot, man. That 10
Where you got
minutes.
shower?
Yeah, like a mental shower.
Ah.
That's what I meant. Yeah, like you get so much clarity just from like intaking oxygen and then withholding the oxygen from your body, seeing how long it can like last. And the most I did was like 2 minutes of holding my breath. But like I saw myself progressing from like a minute to a minute and a half to 2 minutes. And like, yeah, the whole like meditation thing is really cool because it allows you to understand yourself just a little bit more and more, like what triggers you and stuff. Because when you're in the beginning stage of your meditation, one thing I find is that the thoughts that really run you like throughout your day are the thoughts that like you think about when you're trying to like be still and stuff. Your mind will start running. I mean, it will still keep on running. It takes time for you to just like simmer it down a bit, but you start to realize which voices, which thoughts are so loud to the point where they're still like pursuing the consciousness like for a certain period of time. And then once you identify those things, you kind of like identify which areas of your life you need to fix.
Yeah.
And like you find that through meditation and just like calming these thoughts down. And one of the ways for me to just not listen to those thoughts is through breathing work, just like understanding my breathing, like picturing oxygen coming into my body, and like really like watching that flow, where it's going inside my nose, down to the trachea, to the lungs, to the alveoli. I try to imagine all those things as I'm meditating, and it really gets me outside of the voices, like the thoughts.
Tell me some good news.
Oh shit! I got a lot of good news.
Tell me some good news that you've had.
Well, me passing firefighting school, Centennial, which brings me much closer to my dream of becoming a firefighter. That's one good news. another good news is like crypto's going down. I mean, like for people, I'm holding the assets myself, so it kind of sucks seeing my portfolio go down in terms of value, but I see it as good buying opportunities because everything's at a discount right now. And I know it's gonna move up again. It's just a matter of when.
What else is good? Like, what else happened to you recently in the last like few months or something like that you're like, oh, I'm happy.
Oh, I'm much closer to my parents. So like yeah, I was saying before, like around 2020, I was negative to like my family, but an event happened in 2024 that really like melted the ice around my heart, kind of thing. Like my mom said something to me that was just so loving and caring, very mother like, and like it snapped me out of it. Like I didn't even understand why I was so negative throughout the whole entire time.
What'd she say to you, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, like I will still love you even if like I'm 6 feet under, somewhere along those lines. And I'm like, it really like I remember it was Thursday. I just finished teaching a Muay Thai class, and I had a clouded judgment inside my head. And then once I read that text, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Did she really just say that? And then like all these emotions just started coming out like inside my chest. I started all like getting all teary and stuff. Like how like because I was in so much regret. I didn't understand why I was so negative to my mom and my family. But like things flipped from there. I'm like, yo, okay, I gotta stop being negative. Like my family loves me. They're supporting me every single step of the way. I should like no reciprocate.
Right, of course. What do you do differently now that you didn't do back then? Now that after you got that text?
I would try to listen to their side a little bit more, not jump into conclusions right away.
Right.
Like, embrace the time that I have left with my parents, because sooner than later, life will happen and they could be alive now, but like next couple of days, it could be different, and just like really celebrate the fact that like, they're here with me. They're still sharing their love for me, and I'm doing the same thing in return. And like, yeah, I really love that.
What's your favorite thing about your parents, about your mom, about your dad?
Oh man, the unconditional love that they have for me, like,
And they've always had that, right?
oh, yeah, they've always had that. Like, the way they express their love for me is different. Like, with the mother is like very comforting, soothing kind of thing. Like they really want to nurture you and stuff every single step of the way, and they support. I remember my mom liking some of the things that I created like online, and it was just garbage in my opinion, but she still liked them. She liked my posts, and I'm like, oh cool, I'm still getting support from my mother. But the way my dad shows his love to me is not direct. It's more so like teaching me something, whether it's like either through discipline or like providing for the family, providing for me. Even though I'm like 35, I actually had to like, I've been in and out of my house so many times because of the whole entrepreneurship thing. Like, it's pretty rocky, man. Like when you start a new idea and it's going, and then all of a sudden some monkey throws a wrench in your whole entire system. It's been one of those. So like every single time, I fell, my parents were always there for me, and like, I'm really grateful that I have this opportunity to have loving parents, because it just feels nice that you have people around you that love you and will support you every single step of the way, and they will do the best that they can to support you, but like not do everything for you, which I understand. And like going through nursing too, like I've seen so many different walks in life. I've seen other people's situations, and like, yeah, man, like I'm really grateful that I have the family that I have now, because not everyone has the same kind of support that I have. But like the number one thing that I think I will cherish for the rest of my life is like the memories and like the experiences I have with my friends and family, not so much of the like the money wise and stuff.
What's a regret that you have?
I regret not spending more time with my current brother now, especially during high school to right after high school. It's because those were really key moments for him. Like there's a 11-year gap between me and him.
He's younger?
He's way younger. He's 11 years younger than me.
Oh, he's my age.
Oh yeah,
He's born 2002, 2001.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's your age. So yeah, there was a lot of period in time where I could have spent more time with him, developed more experience. One of the things I wanted to do a little bit more with him was like, play fight with him a little bit more. That's one of the things I enjoyed doing things with him was like, watching. Have you ever watched WWE?
I have. Not as much as most guys, but yeah, I've watched it for sure.
Yeah.
Played the games and everything.
Oh, you played the games? Oh, okay. But like, yeah,
Undertaker.
I love doing the choke slam, my little brother, man. Like just picking him up by the neck and just like slamming him in the bed in a caring way, you know. One of the things that he hated the most was Triple H's pedigree. You know that move where
I don't. I'm not.
he
Okay,
puts he puts your head in between his legs and then he takes your arms and then like he goes down and you go down with him. He hated that one. Like he would cry immediately when I put him in that position, and I would have continued. But like all the other stuff, like choke slamming him and just like throwing him all across the bed and on the couch, like roughhousing the guy.
just beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, just beating the shit out of him.
That's what you miss about your brother. Just like absolutely beating the shit out of him.
Yeah,
I can't relate. I never had a older brother or
a
younger
younger
brother. Yeah, I had a sister. I have a sister. So I'm.
oh, you
definitely
didn't
not
beat them up?
I did not know. I did not choke slam my little sister.
Oh man, really? You didn't roughhouse with
No,
any of your
dude.
siblings? Oh
No,
man,
yeah,
that was
one.
dude, it's so fun, man. Like
It's
I wish I
different.
could have done that with my little brother a little bit more, and also playing basketball with him too. Last time I played basketball with him was 2015.
Whoa, it's
And
a while
I-
ago.
Yeah,
Wait, why don't you talk to him anymore?
I do talk to him.
Oh.
Him and I are close now.
But you said that your one of your regrets was that you don't.
Okay. There was a period in time where I was a bit more selfish. I wanted all the experience to myself. And because of that, I didn't spend as much time with my little brother. But then
How long was that?
it was like 5 or 7 years or something. But it was around when I was 26. I took this course called Landmark Forum. It's basically one of those personal development courses. I took it and I realized that my relationship with my brother was not good. So I wanted to rekindle that relationship again. And it took some time for him to open up to me again. And I'm so glad I made that move. It takes a lot of I had to let my pride down a little bit and like really humble my ego so that way I can experience that love that I wanted to have with my little brother. And I started supporting him a little bit more. I remember the laptop he had at that time wasn't good when it comes to playing League of Legends. So I lent him my laptop, which was slightly bit stronger than his at that time. It was a Lenovo Y50 or Y51 or somewhere around there. But like, he got him to a point where he can enjoy the game League of Legends a little bit more at higher graphics. And then he's a barber now, but I was one of his initial investors. Like I bought him his first Andy set, like which is like a higher end brand for barbers. So I helped kickstart his business for being a barber. I was one of his first dummies he practices on. And like, ever since then, ever since I started opening up to him a little bit more and more, him and I were a little bit more closer.
What's a dream you let go of?
It would be PS3 and getting the driving, what do you call it, simulation, like attachment to play Gran Turismo. That's all. Like I really wanted to feel that race car experience. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
And
Like the
have
Wii
that
wheel.
Yeah, Wii wheel. No, I think it was this one. Like
Yeah, it's for
really have to
PlayStation.
attach it
Oh, okay,
to
okay.
a table or something, and really like put yourself in a situation where like you're the NASCAR driver driving and all that stuff. So like that was something I wanted to experience in my 20s. See what it's like to just like have a big screen. You're playing Gran Turismo 5 or I don't know what number it was. You have your whole like Logitech wheel with a whole stick shift inside. You have your pedals like with your clutch and all that stuff. I wanted to experience all that in my 20s.
And that's a dream you never got?
That's the dream I never got in terms of PlayStation. But like a couple of years ago, I actually did have a manual car. It was a Dodge Caliber 2009. It was a used car. It was given to me, which I'm grateful for. And I got to experience what it's like driving a manual car. It's really fun, man. Like
I'm so glad. What the heck?
stick shifting. Like
That's a sick full circle moment.
yeah, it was. And like man, I'm grateful to my Muay Thai coach, Mikey for that experience because he was the one that gave me that car. Like even though it was used, it doesn't matter. Like it was a gift, and I got to experience what it's like to drive a stick shift. And dude, there was a lot of moments where it was so nerve wracking for me because I worked at Sinclair West in Dufferin at that time, right? And I'm from Scarborough, and I just got my license. I'm not really as efficient when it comes to driving a stick shift. I really put myself in a situation like, you know what, man, it's do or die. Let's go downtown. And like, yeah, I stalled many times going downtown. And going downtown from Scarborough around like 5, 6 p.m. around rush hour, and you're still new to driving stick. That was a really terrible moment, but like I'm so glad I went through it because I've just proven to myself that it doesn't matter what hardships I go through, as long as you really just stick to the path, regardless of what happens, I'll eventually get to the other side.
When's the last time you felt jealous? You can think about it. You don't have to be put on the spot.
I don't know, a lot of things that people have. I'm happy for them.
You never felt jealous. You never like, oh, I want.
I have felt jealous before, but like the number one thing that I can think of is like back around like 15 years ago. Is like with my first long term relationship. It was around like age of 20. I was my girlfriend around that time. She was spending time with like other guys and stuff, and that would really get to me that time, right? I felt a little jealous because I wasn't getting the time that I wanted, but she was spending time and energy with other people. And like,
Was she still spending it with you?
she was, but like we would have our fights because of it and stuff. And yeah, I just felt jealous of like other guys like hitting on her and like her validating their advancements and stuff. I've had friends and stuff like have things that society would want you to have, like let's say a significant other, maybe a certain material things like a car or a house. I'd seen them have it, but like I never felt jealous. Like I was happy for them.
That's good. That's a good character trait to have. I feel like most people don't. What's that girl up to now?
Actually, I don't know what she's doing, but I wish her all the best. I remember around that time when I was with her, like I was immature about it. Like I kind of like put all the blame on her, but then growing up, I realized that I had to take some accountability for myself and like really take some blame for myself because like in that relationship, it wasn't just her; it was me and her. Like there were some things that I could have done better, so that way maybe that certain thing would not have happened. Would not have known that if I didn't go through the journey. Now I'm more forgiving in my past of like what happened to me, and just like really taking in that lesson and making sure that it doesn't happen the same way.
Do you yearn for a relationship?
Yeah, but it's not my number one priority right now. I actually just want to be a firefighter. That's my number one priority. If something comes along my way and like it's an asset towards my goals, then like yeah, I'll entertain it. But like I know how much time and energy relationships need for it to grow and stuff, and I don't think I can fit that in right now to like the things that I want to do.
Would you be content with not getting married?
Yeah, say I would, because I find that marriage nowadays, especially in our society, I don't think it lasts as long because I think we just have too many distractions. Like it's not the same field as like our parents had when they didn't have technology, because I think they were just like more in the moment and stuff. Whereas now we have so many like distractions with technology. Like we get all these validations from other people that are not really in our lives, but in our lives in the phone. That it ruins relationships quite a lot too. Because like now you can get attention from someone else, and then you're not spending time with that other person. I don't know. That's just a way I find it. And also like statistically, there's a lot of divorces. Divorces have been going up.
Many more. Do you have any? Can you sign us off in what language? You don't speak Tagalog, but you speak
Visaya.
Can you sign us out in Visaya?
Lord, I don't really speak the language anymore.
You know how to say goodbye?
I don't know how to say goodbye in Visaya. I can't remember. Bye.
Bye.